What's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music, the podcast, episode 65. And I got two special guests on the show today. I got my boys Jav and Spitz. What's going on with y'all, man?
That's right, man. We're here, man. Thank you for having us, man.
That was good, Anonymous.
What y'all been up to?
Shit, man. We did a couple of things yesterday. We shot a new podcast for the Ambition Hour podcast that we got coming up with actually the Lick Read.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, we linked up with them because she's the homie.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on both the Ambition
and the Lick Read podcast.
They was on. You did one for them, with them.
Yeah. Like they was on my show.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them, man. Shout out to the audience.
Facts. We also got the Ambition. We also got La Vita Bella coming out real soon. So
that's my project.
Talk a little bit about that.
Well, La Vita Bella, that should be out on March 23rd.
Okay.
So right now we're trying to gain a little attention with the video we just dropped Bonafide Fly last week.
That shit hard. I was just watching it.
Yeah. Shout out to Mileto. He basically did the edits for that. And he shot it. So, those was a couple of his ideas along with Jav's ideas at the visual. We were shooting at the Lux Boutique. Shout out to Lux Boutique.
Shout out to Lux and Adam James, too. Facts. Kill that shit.
Yeah, facts. House of him.
So,
not hopefully, we're trying to gain a lot of attention for La Vita Bella. And just to let people know, La Vita Bella is Life is Beautiful in Italian. And it comes from a movie from back in, I think it was made in the early 90s. Yeah. And it's about the Germans invading Poland.
Yeah.
And basically this one main character was he was basically they captured they was capturing all the Jewish people and stuff like that, putting them in concentration camps and stuff. So he was with his son, and basically he was telling his son they're in a game. So he tried to basically put in his son's eyes that he didn't want his son to know what was really going on, so he made life seem beautiful to him the whole time until he died. And then basically it's just a play on basically your perspective of life could be beautiful, and you could play it to just seeing the reality of life, which is how dark and evil people are in the world. Basically that's the basic concept of the album.
How many tracks go be on it?
We have 6, and we have 2 bonus tracks. So the 2 bonus tracks, we've been promoting the 6 tracks on the social platforms that we have now. But the 2 bonus tracks, you gotta download and wait for it to come to see those tracks.
Yeah, hopefully we have that on pre-order and stuff like that, because we gotta have a date. We gotta been prepping up. Last year we came out with Can't Help But Notice, but we wanted a little bit more notice and gear up, build up to it, because Spitz is a legend, so we had to gear it up properly, for this build up for this project.
That's what's up. Before I get to asking about y'all beginners, do y'all consider yourself a group?
Label.
A label. Well, I'm saying I'm talking about you and Jav.
Oh, me and Jav? Yeah, we could act. For sure, you could book us together, but not as like Jav and Spitz.
Yeah,
but we're artists, so it's you got the Yin Yang Twins.
That's what I'm saying.
They're both of them are an act together, but they still can do their individual things. I don't know if that was a good example, but
no. It's kind of the reason why I asked, because I still see
we are separate artists, but there is a Jav and Spitz package. We're saying we definitely package and have probably a project that we're going to come out with, because we do that with all the people on the label. Probably a Spitz and Sosa, Layback and CAB. So it's just everybody, and then Jav and Spitz.
This was up, man. So tell me about y'all beginners. What got y'all into want to do music in general? I don't know who want to go first.
I mean, I always would write music. Back in the day, I used to just write my little bullshit songs. And that's 3rd, 4th grade, just doing that, and then just always having a love for music. My parents have a big influence on it. My dad's a hell of a music lover, and so is my mom. So I just expanded off that, and then just fell in love with hip hop, and just been wanting to do that.
This was it.
My dad loves old school records. My dad used to sing, Okay. He used to sing, and so he like be singing.
And you want to sing?
Well, yeah, facts. Because I like nobody really knows this. Like I've told Jav this like before, maybe like one time. But I used to sing when I was young, like at a young age. You know, like so, like. But I mean, I guess that's what had me going to music. But when I used to like hear these artists and you know like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Tupac, and just listening to these. Their music and seeing their music videos, I would recite their rhymes so perfectly, and my uncle seen that in me, so he'd have me like mimic that. You know, we'd be at parties and stuff. He'd be like, Drill, it's like, oh, do that Dr. Dre song, yeah. Oh, like and like I recite it for them, and they'd be like, wow, like you know, like, and so from there, like my uncle tried me one day, like not tried me, but he was like I did it again. He did the same thing, but then like the person was like, oh, he was like, oh, you don't got your own rhymes, and then my uncle was like, he was like, yeah, man, do one of your own rhymes. Yeah, and I'm like, what? Like I'm like fucking 7 years old. What are you talking about? Like old got rhymes, like you know, like. It was something corny, I know. And then he was like, man, if you want to do this, you got to be serious about this or whatever. And I was just like, yo, what do you mean? Like, I was just reciting rhymes to you or whatever. But that right there stuck with me. And so from that age on, I would recite rhymes until I got to an older age. I would say like 10, and I would write rhymes with me and my friend. And, you know, pretty much we started from there. Like, you know, like just seeing Bow Wow and like Lil Romeo, and was just like, damn, like yo, man, I'm like fucking like a year or two older than them, man. Like we might as well rap now. You know what I'm saying? Like get it started now. You know what I'm saying? So I would say around that age, but at a young age, a very young age, I was just reciting rhymes.
This was up. So how did y'all meet?
We
BJ's, the BJ's store, Whole Foods.
Yeah, we just like we worked together, and then we just hung out a couple times. We'll just talk shit, basketball, just like regular shit, hip hop, news, entertainment, anything. And then it just came to a point that it was like, oh, I do music. Oh wait, I do music. Yeah. All right, play me some of your shit. And then we just went back and forth, like we're playing each other's shit. And yeah, like ever since that, like. Go ahead, Spitz, like whatever.
Well, just like how you say, like he played a record for me, and I was just like, yo, that shit's fire. And like I played some music for him, and you know, like I think it was like a day or two later, he comes to my house and he has like all the recording equipment. And I'm like, yo, what's up with this guy? Like, what's going on here? Like, and he's like, yo, he's like, yo, we're gonna make some music. And like I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, like think about how big it got to where we are now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I was just like, all right, cool, let's do it. You know, cause like I was just working and even though I, you know, like I would rhyme and stuff like that, I fell out from rhyming and like making music. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like I was like detaching myself from that because of the situation beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like that's just me being honest, you feel me? So when he did come, like I thank God for him, because like bro, I was really at the point I was like, no, you know, like, and then when he came with the equipment and stuff, and I was just like, wow, like, okay, I guess I am rapping again.
That's like
you know what I'm saying?
That's like some old school shit you hear from like the 80s, like you know, that like old snap. Like I remember I was listening to how Wu-Tang met. Like it was pretty much. They was bringing each other, like, I think who make the beats? RZA make the beats and stuff like that. And one person found out and this and that. And long story short, like,
all them came
Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's hard.
So that's dope, man. So like,
thumbs up, even with the Wu.
Yeah. Who was like your influences growing up?
Shit for me, Nas, Lupe, Kanye, Cudi. Wiz and Currency, like those are like some of like my heroes. I feel like they're like rap heroes to me. So like I fuck with them, and I feel like those are like shit. Spitz, Layback Sosa, CAB. You know, like
that my influence is them now. But like I would say like Jada, Cassidy, and like the number one had to be like it had to be Kanye.
Yeah.
He basically told people to be themselves. And like, you know what I'm saying, like you can hear the bars, but that came from Cassidy and you know, like Jada. But like the realness and trying to like make people feel me where I'm coming from, like that's all like Kanye. So, you know, I think, you know, shout out to him.
I think Kanye What you about to say?
Oh, well, I was gonna say probably the Kanye thing. The song struck me. What it is to make a song.
Right.
No disrespect to them, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel like Kanye, he influenced a lot of us. You know, like even me as a DJ. When I first started DJing and stuff, I looked at people like Kanye and Pharrell. You know, Dr. Dre, like how
Pharrell's
they
a big influence too.
like how they studied the music, how they can hear like the sound. Like I'd be like, okay, like because at one point I'd be like, what the fuck is a BPM? You know what I'm saying? At first, I was young though, so as I got older, started being around more DJs. They was like, yeah, BPM, you got to make sure that it's all at the same level and stuff like that. So that's what's up, man.
They match up, right?
Yeah, shout out to K. Killer K told us about that whole thing.
That, like,
that's a legend, man.
Right, facts.
Killer K a legend, man. I tell people all the time, I feel like I came out at the wrong time. Because there was so many, like, DJs. Like, it was him, it was DJ Meat, it was DJ Chronic. Like, it was so many DJs, you know, in the South Florida area. And I was just like, damn. Like, I came out at the wrong time. There's so many, like, competition and stuff, but
yo, DJ Killer K is
a legend.
He is a legend, boy, for real.
Him, DJ Obscene, DJ Ideal, like Sam Sneak, all them boys that who moved the culture like a mixtapes down here. Like I still look up to them to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like because I think Obscene or Ideal, one of them went to like pop. Like they went to like the the techno side and stuff like that. But it's like just seeing the growth is like. 5 to 10 years from now, I'm trying to be in that level, you know. Facts. Do some festivals and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell yeah. Heck yeah. Don't forget about us when you do.
Don't forget.
Yeah, for real. Let's pull up on the festivals.
Like, remember us on the way up.
We want to be festival acts. Like,
but that's why I asked, because when I listen to y'all music, it's like, it's hip-hop, but it could be like with the Wiz Khalifas and the Cuddies and the Lupes, like, you know, those type of acts are hip hop, but they could go global. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like winning Grammys and stuff like that, and going to Billboards, top 100, top 40, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Is that like one of y'all like goals? You know, to like achieve?
To be global is one of the things that we do look at and look forward to and take into account, like just to everything, and even the love and the attention that we get from there, from like the UK and shit like that has been. Really like like even doubling down on that too, and just having a worldly appeal and like just everyday human, you know, like make human music in a way and just relatable, catchy shit, you know, like vibe shit.
Facts. I will want us to be that like global. I will want people to understand like what we're like when we sat there and had that discussion on branding. We spoke about this the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was just like, yo, it's not going to be gang. We're not going to be affiliated with gang or, you know, squad. Any type of thing that can, like, just put a negative sting on it.
Yeah.
We trying to actually brand ourselves where we are global, like you say. So any and everybody would be like, yo, they making worth the wait music, not just hip-hop music. You know, this is R&B music. This is pop music. You know, like, music that is... basically took in time to make, and it's worth waiting for.
Yeah, you know and it's like it's a vibe. There is no language.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like just for anybody could listen to it and enjoy it, and it's to not discriminate no one and to the dreamers type shit. Like, you know.
Yeah, because I even look at someone like a Flow Rider. A lot of people don't know he used to rap, that hood shit. Then his manager was like, man, you got to just change it up because everyone's in that lane. So when he changed into like the more pop, you know, type of sound, he blew up.
Shout out to him for that, though.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night too with Ishi, with just about like how him and Pitbull just like putting a suit on or doing that whole new next level stuff is just there's no knock to that. That's just more like it means more awareness. You know what I mean? Like that's that's even though that's Pit,
we don't knock it. I respect
that's Pitbull. He's still home team. You know, like he's still home team on the TV screen. Like, you know, like type shit.
Me and my homeboys were talking about it yesterday. The day before, and it's like the thing that I respect about them is that they're not afraid of growth and changing their name, but also they don't forget where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Like I should hear stories about Pitbull. He used to go from like hood to hood, like from Opelika to like South Miami Heights to like the city. Like he was like all over the place, but then like he grew and grew and grew, And it just came to a point. He was like, I feel like he already achieved what he had to do in hip hop. So he was like, man,